guidance in a world of uncertainty. Within our universe, a mighty star shines bright over us and reflects itself to enlighten our darkness. It is from that star that our very molecules are born, boundless and bright. That mighty star commands a universe of stars that bear witness to our history and are attached to our ideas of the future. In these stars, we find our beginnings. In these stars, we learn of our endings.
All right, here we are again at the end of September 2024 with the In the Stars with Dwayne and Stacy, the Black Feather Intuitive, for our live show where we do readings for people. You can comment, you can do whatever you like. Hi, Stacy, how are you?
Oh, Wayne, I am, man, have I got a story for you today.
Really?
Oh, yeah. So, hello, all. I have relocated to Arizona and in this last month, and I landed officially in Arizona on Wednesday, and on Thursday I got COVID. I
Oh, God.
I've been, in bed, except for except for when I have calls with clients. I'm basically like, just
Isn't it amazing, though, that you can still work?
oh, well, it's not because I've wanted to be honest. It's
Yeah, I'm
because
sure.
I took some time off to actually like make the move because it's moves in stages, right? But not to get into all that, I'm congested. I'm feeling so much better today. Yesterday and today were the first 2 days that I actually could like get out and do things. But here's my story for you. What a shit show it is to move during a super moon, full moon, partial lunar eclipse in Pisces. Everything, Dwayne, that I did, I'm a Virgo. I'm meticulous. I had things organized down to the millisecond, and everything was like in triplicate for a smooth move. And it was like the 6 weeks of my planning never happened. And everything that could have gone sideways did. I mean, the move cost me way more than I was anticipating. We were supposed to land in Phoenix on Tuesday. We landed on Wednesday. We had a layover in Seattle that was unexpected. We stayed in a Fleabag motel that charged me $100 in a deposit and almost didn't let us come in because I had a cat. And then when we got into the room, it was like, what were you worried about? Like, what were you concerned about the cat destroying? Because everything looks pretty destroyed already.
There's already cat pee in the room.
Oh my God, exactly. Like, just unbelievable. So I would love to start our show today talking about that in terms of the eclipse, because I think a lot of people, I would be curious to see what other people's experiences was during that time and as experiences were during that time. And we have a new solar eclipse coming up on October 2nd. And I really want to know what you get for that because my official move into my new place is on the 1st. So
Wow.
I'm like, oh my God, brace for impact. Brace, brace, brace.
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be good. I think it's a good time. Like, we got out of that craziness. And on October 2nd, Mercury goes into Libra too. So that's really pretty good for you.
Okay.
Um, and, everything that the way it's been happening, like the same exact thing happened to me. I was planning to cook a dinner for some friends,
Yeah.
like a dinner party. The day before, I found out that the dinner guest was going to be a chef, a famous chef who has a show on Netflix. And then I'm like, okay, we're going to do this. And I get there and they changed the menu and everything last minute. So I was ready to have a heart attack. And then I let it go. I'm just like, everything is meant to be the way it is. And I just said to them, I'm going to be a team player. I'm going to do what needs to be done and make it great, but never again. So
Yes,
we did,
exactly.
and everybody loved it. It was wonderful. I got drunk. It was great.
What was on the menu finally? What did you cook?
So my friend who I was cooking with, she's from Lebanon, so she made, I don't know how you say it, but it's rice with almonds and spices and stuff. And then
Ooh,
I made a lemon garlic white wine sauce chicken that went over the rice.
rice.
And then we did squash, those big green and orange squash with spinach and chickpeas. And
Oh,
then we
wow.
did a really great salad with peaches and cherries. And dessert was fresh berries macerated in sugar with lemon whipped cream.
Ooh, that
So
sounds
good.
amazing.
It really was good. And he even said he loved it. And there's someone else there, a woman, said she never likes it when people cook for her, but she loved it. So
Yeah.
not for me. I'm one of those all year Thanksgivingers.
I was just gonna say you had Thanksgiving eclipse. That's what you
Yeah.
had. Thanksgiving eclipse
Oh,
dinner.
and I made a cocktail too. We made a pomegranate and apple cider cocktail with rosemary in it. It was amazing.
Oh, that's right up my alley. I
You can
love.
have it with vodka or tequila. It was great. Well, I treat people like I see them.
Oh,
I
Keone.
did pick you up in front of an adult bookstore. Let's just let them know the context. I thought he was hungry. I didn't even know. So it's the end of September. All that crap is done. I think right now we're going into a really good spot for everybody. That was your payment. Whatever you went through over the last couple of weeks was your payment for all the good stuff that is on its way this month,
Oh,
and November.
I
And
already paid up in advance then.
yes,
Yes.
yes, we
God.
sent over. Yeah, we sent over a bunch of Polish women, and they're right now cleaning it, polishing it, moving in furniture. So you're gonna be so happy when Svetlana and all her friends get your place done.
Fantastic. I am
um,
all about it.
Now let's see. Do we have anybody yet so far who wants a reading? Let's talk to our producer Keone, who's probably masturbating right now. I
Oh,
thought that's the way you like it.
oh my, I just shuffled. I just shuffled and I pulled the Libra card. It
Oh my
literally,
god.
like, it did one of those things where it flipped over and I was like, oh, okay, that's the card. And then I looked at it and I'm like, oh my God, it's the Libra card.
Oh my god. Isn't that wild?
I love this. You know how we always say you can't make this shit up. I
Yeah.
feel like as we're kind of tapping into Libra season, it's kind of like what you were saying, that it's setting everybody up for success. And I feel like it's strong out of the gate when you get the card that corresponds to the season that we're in. And Librans, it's right now there's heavy focus on relationship, and it's relationships with others.
Hmm.
We've been doing a lot of reflection with, I want to say, relationship to ourselves, how we are relating to ourselves, the things that we need. I feel like September was all about separating the wheat from the chaff so that you could give yourself what you needed, the self-care journey, to tweak the self-care journey. And this coming up feels just like such hope for what we're sort of moving into. And I love that she's holding on to her sword. Justice is a sword. It's an air sign. Libra is all about the air energy and the element, but it's got the light. It's catching the light. The tip of the sword is the light. And I feel like it's important for all of us this month to really pay attention to what we're putting our focus to. And it's not about ignoring the shadow, but quite frankly, we've been in the shadow since August. I feel like this is an invitation for everyone to use the light to direct you forward. Let's just not ignore the shadow, but let's not put focus and emphasis on the shadow. Let's put focus and emphasis on who we really want to be, moving forward, who we want to be in this now, who we want to be in our own visions of where we're going and growing. Um, and the focus, the light focus, I feel also, I keep seeing it's like a wood burning. They're showing me in my mind's eye like wood burning. So it's understanding that where you're putting your focus, you are leaving an imprint and you're leaving a mark. And what kind of mark do you want to leave behind? If you're doing a wood burning project, you're going to take your time to, outline that stencil, or to say that, to write that word or that phrase on there, because you're going to want to display it, or you're going to give it away to somebody, and it has significance, and you're burning it into the wood so that it's permanent. I feel like our thoughts and our actions this month, it's like burning the stuff into the wood. I don't know why I'm getting that imagery, but it really is about our focus. And who do you want to be? Dwayne, who do you want to be? Because this is the month where you're going to make it happen.
Well, I like, let's just to recap, hold on to your sword, focus on the tip, and think about wood. I think there's a lot of key items that I took from what you said. I've been holding my sword since the moment you started, and uh, no, but I agree. It's a good time. It's a good time for things to kind of come around, and Libras. Let's talk about Libras just in general. Libras are the sign of balance, but usually people mistake that. They don't realize that the Libras are searching for balance. They're not perfectly balanced.
No.
They're searching for balance, and they usually have lofty romantic dream lives. So they think about things in romantic ways. Well, maybe it'll all work out. Well, maybe I won't have to pay the tax, or and they can't make decisions. They have a hard time making decisions. They don't want to make the wrong decision. They are ruled by the planet Venus, which is all about beauty and love and romance and all of those things, wine and chocolate. The power color for Libra is green. And so if you are a Libra, or you want to embody Libra characteristics, you can wear green at this time, and it will bring you luck. Um, they tend to love the purple color, though. They love purple usually, Libras. And and the other thing about Libra is they love justice, and they love for the downtrodden people of the world to kind of get what is coming to them. In fact, Kamala Harris is a Libra. And just to be fair, Trump is a Gemini. So just to let everybody know what their two signs are. But Kamala is very much like a Libra. She's a lawyer. That's a Libra profession, as is nursing. Nursing and lawyer are Libra professions. They tend to have lower back issues. They tend to have family lives that involve them intensely. And I think for this year, especially at this point right now, romance is the number one thing for a lot of Libras. And this is the time to make it happen. And if you can somehow manifest as a Libra a romantic relationship over the next couple of weeks in October, and we reach November, that's the time for passion. And so it's a great place to start now. Go into passion, and then Sagittarius is adventurousness. So it goes from romance to passion to adventurousness. That's what you can kind of, if you're wanting to manifest and go along with the astrological time clock, if you will, then you can do that and put that path into motion. Or you can just fuck all your neighbors, say to hell with their wives or husbands, and get in a car with your friend, take off to California, and in the very end, go off a cliff, just like Thelma and Louise. I mean, you can do anything in this world, can't you? We have a guest. Thank God. Who do we have? Is it Ben? Is it Bradley Cooper?
Yeah. Hi, Terry. Welcome to Libra season. And let's see what's going on.
Yeah. Or a social security number. We can't use that
Yeah,
really.
let's be safe and secure. So Terry, great to see you. Ace of Wands is your card for this Libra season. And I love this card for you because, well, I love this card. Inspired action. I feel that there's a renewed sense of passion. Dwayne was just talking about that. This is the time for romance and passion, and then sort of moving in and following through with the rest of the astrology. I feel like this is a month where things are really opening up for you. That the ideas, the concepts, the visions that you've had for some time, that you've kind of felt like I'm what's the analogy? I'm sitting with my foot on the gas pedal, but I'm in park. I'm revving in park. You're going to find this month that it's no longer revving in park. Now you're ready to drive, right? Now you're ready to take the wheel, get the gear shift in drive, and you're beginning the journey. And I do feel that there is kind of it's a mini journey for you, but it's a journey nonetheless. And I feel like you're going to be learning some new stuff. I feel like you're going to be exploring an aspect of yourself that you didn't even know existed or didn't even know you were interested in. It feels like somebody, either a stranger or an acquaintance, opens this up for you. And when you are open to it and you start to explore it, I feel like just like this rush of giggles and fun and laughter and surprise. I feel like sometimes you walk the world and you say, I very little surprises me anymore. And I feel like this month is something, it's going to bring something that's going to surprise you. It's going to surprise you about yourself, and it's going to surprise you about something new that you're going to add to your vision and adding to the plan and moving forward with that. I'm also getting that it feels like from a career perspective or like how you're contributing to the world perspective, something's not going to go according to plan. Um, you're going to have to be adaptable. You're going to have to kind of think on your feet a little bit about something. I keep hearing like a timeline or a deadline that gets missed, or you're really close to the deadline and you're going to have to um, get creative in what comes up, what comes through, how you problem solve the situation. And what's interesting about it is I keep hearing not my circus, not my monkeys, and yet it falls in your lap. So I feel like that how I would sort of interpret that message is that, yeah, no, it's not your problem. It's not your problem to solve or to fix, but it's there and you can do it. And you make it clear that it's not your problem, but that you're a team player and you're willing to help. And I feel like that goes a long way. But your guides are emphasizing that it needs to be sort of brought to the surface, that it's not, this isn't my thing, or this isn't my responsibility, but I'm absolutely going to help you. And here's how I'm going to help you. And I keep hearing you're going to save the day. You're going to be bringing some fresh idea, fresh passion, a fresh direction, especially with this situation, because the people that are involved in creating the problem are going to look to you and say, wow, that solution was really great. And now we need to get light a fire under our own asses to come up with a new policy or a new process, or, we need to incorporate some of that. And thank you for saving our asses. And now moving forward, we need to implement something new into the mix. So this month overall for you, Terry, I feel is going to be kind of like a relief. You're going to feel like whatever it is that you've got going on. What's that in the background? That's strange. Okay. Um, Terry, you're going to feel this month like, even though not every, excuse me, everything goes according to plan, you feel pretty much like you got you got your needs met. You know, you're not overly concerned about what's going on, provided that you're going with the flow. And I feel almost this sense of, well, at least there was movement. Amen to that, and let's move forward. So I feel this almost like, I'm not getting the right word, but you're going to be happy about this month. You're going to feel like you've got, you got where you wanted to go. There's forward momentum. So I hope that makes some sense. Dwayne, if you want to piggyback off that.
Yeah, well, so I don't know what your sign is, but this month on the 8th, we've got the new moon in Libra. That means, a cosmic reset, time to ask out a crush or decide to get another house plant instead, that kind of a thing. Um, and then on the 11th, Mars enters Scorpio, so you can expect everything to feel kind of like a thriller movie, like high stakes, but mostly with laundry and emails. All right. And then I now October 17th, something really interesting happens. Mercury opposes Uranus. And that means basically that just when you thought your group chat couldn't get any weirder, here comes Mercury with the plot twist. Okay, so that's what's happening around the middle of the month. And then on the end of the month, we got the full moon in Taurus at the 25th. Um, and this is like a refresh on your cosmic browser. Okay, so let's hope it doesn't crash your love life if there is one. If not, then you may be in the throes of an amazing, passionate love affair at that time. And then if what Stacy said, now I'm getting a lesbian kind of feel. Okay, I'm getting that you may meet a lesbian who kind of throws you for a loop, and makes you think, could I? But I've been there before, and that is one week I don't like to think about. So, although I did learn how to change my oil and a tire, so it can be useful to you. So I hope that that helps you as well. Ah, so intense.
Oh my God, I love
See that?
that. Oh my God, that is so awesome. You guys are going to have a great time, and happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah, happy birthday. You're going to have a great time.
So fun.
Yeah, I think it was January 3rd, Capricorn, Aries. Yeah, so we have a Capricorn with an Aries, a female Capricorn, male Aries. So let me tell you a little bit about that. So, first of all, the Capricorn is all about stability, earthiness, practicality. They like no bullshit. They can sniff out a liar. There's many different amazing attributes to Capricorns. Uh, to Now an Aries is a fire sign, so they're all about getting stuff done, constantly doing stuff. They might have headaches because they're constantly thinking and doing stuff, and they also are prone to getting hit in the head because that's their weakest and strongest point. And they tend to have really great taste, but they can get frustrated really easily, and they can end up um, now if you think about a ram and a goat. Okay, that's what we're dealing with. A ram with the Aries and a goat with the Capricorn. So, of course, you're going to be butting heads. And the Capricorn's not going to give up. And the Aries isn't going to give up. And so it's basically till one of you gets brain damage you're going to keep hitting each other in the head. So, the best thing for you to do, especially this time of year, if anything happens that requires somebody to back down, the Capricorn has to be the smart one and back down because it's this time of year. If we were in another time of year, say in Gemini, then I would say that perhaps the Aries should probably back down a little bit. But in this one, over the next month or so, the Capricorn should immediately just diffuse the situation. And because what happens is when you diffuse that situation, the Aries calms down immediately, and then they're really susceptible to whatever you say or do. And so, what you can do is diffuse the situation and then subtly kind of say, I want that money you owe me. Or, we're getting Mexican, not Chinese, whatever it is, and they will go along with it. So keep that in mind whenever you're doing anything with this Aries. And keep in mind that sometimes they're going to make crazy, rash decisions in the moment that are not practical, and it's going to drive you nuts, but you can't let it drive you nuts. You have to just say, you know what? Other people have different ways of doing things, and I'll do my things practically, and I'll let my fire sign Aries partner be that ram on fire that they need to be in order to continue living. Stacy?
Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. Well, we'll pull a card for sort of a love reading between the two of you, and Dwayne, that's a hard act to follow. Oh, interesting. So, Sarah, we got for you today 7 of Cups. And so 7 of Cups is interesting. Cups, of course, is, the realm of the heart, the psychic, the feelings, the emotions. 7 of Cups is often about dreams and illusions, and it's about choices. And I feel like this month between the two of you, it's really important that you pay attention to the choices that you're making, because each decision that you make and each choice that you have has a consequence. And what I keep hearing is it's like for you, you want to be thinking about what it is that you want to say twice before you actually say it, or writing out what you want to say to him twice before you actually say it, to give yourself an opportunity to tweak the message, to make sure that it is exactly what it is that you are wanting to say, or that it's being conveyed to him in a way that he can receive what it is that you're trying to say. Because I do feel there's going to be a little bit of disconnect in terms of what you are seeing as the vision of how you guys are moving forward and what he sees as the vision. And I don't feel like you guys are so off track or anything like that, but it's one of those things where, in every relationship, you think you're both on the same page about a lot of stuff. And then every once in a while you go through a speed bump and you realize, oh, okay, you aren't seeing that at all in the way that I'm seeing that, and that's new. And so how do we kind of navigate those waters? And the word illusion is really important. I feel like you want to stay away from that word illusion, and you want to instead focus on, well, what's your dream? What's your vision for us for the future in this capacity or with this issue? What did you have in mind? Asking those questions, I feel, is going to go a long way for you guys in navigating any miscommunications that come up as a result of a shift in the vision or misalignment in the vision. And don't fear, I feel like you guys will find your path. You will get back on track with one another, but there are discussions that are going to come up, and it's important that you not get overly emotional with the process or the conversation. Keep it very very much about, okay, here's what I'm feeling, or here's what I understood to be the case, here's what I was thinking. I'm sorry that I misunderstood what you were saying. How can we come together on this? So keeping it the word that keeps coming to mind is pragmatic.
Yes.
You're going to have a lot of the dreamy sort of unformed stuff, and that's the danger. That's what can get you guys off track a little bit. So be more pragmatic, and you guys will find your path to your vision together.
That's what I was thinking as you were saying it. Pragmatic, and you said it. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's that pragmatism, and because you're a Capricorn, that'll work out okay.
Yeah.
For you. The pragmatism is easy, it's organic.
Yeah.
But you'll need to be more intentional about it with him, because I feel like he's kind of going off in a different direction, and it's going to be upsetting to you. Just don't let the upset show.
Yeah.
Really just be pragmatic in the approach to resolving the situation.
I have a Capricorn too, and I've had to learn that lesson myself.
Yeah, for sure.
We're intuitive. We're intuitive. We know things. We know things.
Yes, let's talk about that
Oh
thumbnail.
my god.
OMG. So before we go on this show, Dane and I are shooting the shit, just kind
Oh
of
my
getting
god.
caught up. It was actually early for once today. And I'm staring at this thumbnail, and I've got this crazy look. Yes, and my finger's got the electrified, and it's going right to his junk, and I'm like, what the hell? What is that all about? Well, we'll have to ask Keone.
Well, it's foreshadowing. It's the story that happened to me last week when Stacy picked up her gun and accidentally shot me in the penis.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I didn't need it anyway.
That's dead. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, what the hell? Like, that had to have been on purpose that he did that. Right on your junk.
See, that's Keone. Next month, I better have something on Stacy's boobs. I could be sliding a credit card on her cleavage or something.
Oh my God.
Nothing. I was talking about her prostitution. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I had some new material about Halloween. I was talking about how, I hate when people get a Halloween costume. They pay a lot of money and they look amazing because they've spent like $400 or $500. I like to make my own costumes. Like I'll take some hair off of the dog and make a mustache and go to the thrift store and get some red silk pajamas and I'll be like a festive Saddam Hussein. Or you can do something like little round glasses and some handcuffs and you can be P Diddy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Keone, I can get you some drugs for that. I'll get you the generic Viagra. It's called Macoxafloppin.
Oh, God. We are devolving fast.
Well, what can I say?
Yeah. Okay.
Sir, can you do me a favor and make a phone call for me?
When you get to the jail,
Oh, kiss my ass in front of Macy's at high noon.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Oh my! It is. Kiss my ass in Macy's window. Everybody said that.
Oh boy, freezer.
I love those kind of people. My friend, her grandmother, we went to visit her one day in New York. She has a very thick accent. When we left, she called to say, "Thank you, Grandma, for having me." And her grandmother said, on speakerphone, she said, "Oh, thank you, honey, for coming. My only regret is that I didn't have enough toilet paper."
Did you use too much, Dwayne? Like, did you just use it all? And so she
Not
just,
me, not me. No, I travel with my own toilet paper. Thank you very much.
oh, you're smart. Our COVID crisis, everybody's got to have their own little mini house with them.
Yeah, you
Mini,
can't trust people.
no.
Nope. Okay, a Pisces.
Oh,
Yeah, so Pisces, it can be a little bit. So for a Pisces, we're leading up to Scorpio. So what you're gonna feel is you're gonna feel this air sign stuff, which can make you a little anxious and make you really sensitive to what people are doing and saying around you. So you'll feel a little bit extra sensitive until we get into Scorpio, when you're gonna start to feel a lot of like, oh, the things I want to do are really obvious to me and that kind of stuff. So I would just say, don't be freaked out by your emotional ups and downs over the next month. Don't tell anybody about them. Don't go talking to everybody and saying why you're feeling down or why you're feeling emotional. Just keep it to yourself, because in a few short days, you will start to feel a lot better. In fact, you'll feel more than better. You're going to feel better than you normally do. And as we go into Scorpio and then Sagittarius, you've got a great rest of the year coming. So I would keep that in mind. If there's any thoughts about the job or what you want to do for a career, there's going to be options coming to you at the end of the Scorpio period, which is the end of middle of November, kind of. So if you are in the market for a job or to figure out what you want your job to be, your career, that's going to become really apparent to you by the end of, or the middle to the end of November. And then by December, if you make the choice of taking whatever that opportunity is, by the end of December, beginning of January, you're going to be flying high and doing really well. March might be a different story for you around your birthday, but it's not bad. It's more of a financial kind of stuff happening, but nothing too horrible. Just some stuff that needs your attention. So just keep that in mind. Nothing's going to be that bad at any point, but you're going to be emotional. You're going to have opportunities, and then you're going to have some financial stuff around your birthday. But as soon as you get through that, celebrate your birthday and have a good time.
I'm like a pile of dun dun dun.
Uh, Poor
Oh,
Pisces, they get the shitty end of the stick because they're so sensitive, at this time of year.
oh, sure, and it's coming up on their time of the year, and I think it's interesting that the card I ended up pulling out of the deck was the Queen of Cups, which is a Scorpio card.
Yeah, that's the water sign. So I
Yeah.
think around Scorpio is going to be great for them.
So Justin, I think it's Justin. I think Keone, that's what you said. So I apologize if I got the name wrong. Justin. Okay, good. What I'm feeling here with the Queen of Cups for you, and this sort of Libra season for you coming up, is that you are going to be dealing with a lot of emotional stuff, a lot of people bringing stupid shit to your door. And it's less about you like having feels for yourself about a lot of the stuff, and more so that you're going to feel a bit overwhelmed with everybody else's nonsense and shenaniganery. And I feel like when the Queen of Cups comes up, it's a reminder to be comfortable in your own emotional space, to be sort of self contained in that way, not allowing other people's emotions to affect you or to influence. your decisions and your choices. And clean energy always brings about the suggestion of delegation, order, and structure. And I feel like it would not hurt you in any way, shape, or form to start putting some structure and order to your workday, to your personal life for this month. Just kind of taking a look at the schedule for what you've got and kind of mentally preparing before you do your thing in the day, because that 5 minutes of mental prep where you're like, okay, this is how I want to feel, this is how I want the day to go, these are the things that I have to deal with, and here's the structure around it to actually make it happen, is really going to help you. Everyone else around you is doing the cha-cha, and you're going to be like, what the hell is going on? So it's going to be a month where I feel like you want to just be strong in your own countenance. It doesn't feel, I just joked with you about Dwayne giving you a pilot. Dun, dun, dun. I don't feel like it's going to be a bad month for you, and happy birthday. What I do feel is this background again. What I do feel though is this is not a month where you want to fly by the seat of your pants and take things for granted or take things at face value. You want to kind of have a plan and be. Of course, we always need to be flexible with our plans because life happens while you're busy making plans. But you want to kind of have able to be of service to a lot of people in a really powerful
cool
and positive way in hindsight,
but she
sort of
was
when you
doing a
look back.
reading for
But on the
someone,
day-to-day, on the
and
daily,
she is
there's going
now,
to be a
I
little
believe, in
overwhelmed because everybody and
Arizona,
his
so they
brother is
may
going to bring
have
something to
iffy
you
internet
as
there,
though
so
it's
we'll
your
probably just have to
problem to
keep going.
solve,
Are
and
you
it's
with me,
just not.
Keone?
So just kind of prepared.
You're gonna
Can you hear me
feel these
now?
emotions that you feel, whether you like it or not, and it's gonna be kind of like, oh man, why do I have to deal with this? But that's the way it really. That's the way it is for you
All right.
guys,
I
and
don't
you
know
get
if I'm
so
the one
many
who's
great
frozen or if you
things
guys are the
apart
ones
from your
frozen.
sensitivity.
You hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
And now I'm here next to her
Well, Dwayne
frozen
on my
face. It's
end
so funny.
looks frozen to me, so I don't know. But hopefully you got the whole message. Did you get
And
the whole
you know what?
message?
That falls right in line with what we were saying, that this month is going to have some kind of crazy stuff
You
happening,
needed the
and this is the
laugh. That's
beginning of it
good.
right now. So, some tech issues might happen. I know you guys hate
All right,
that
did we
stuff.
get Dwayne
The
back?
Mercury and the retrograde.
No, he's completely frozen on the screen and I
She's still frozen.
can't.
I
We were able to provide, yes.
Well, at least we got to read everybody. At least we got to read everybody that was on the comment. We broke
Hey,
the
that's all
internet,
right.
people.
Welcome, new viewers. This is interesting because all I'm getting is
I think
Dwayne
it's amazing.
frozen in like
If
a
we go back
mugshot.
and look at some of the predictions we've made,
Okay.
see that the
Yeah, maybe
AI
it's just
heard
some
me
bad
say P.
energy. All
Diddy,
right,
which
I'll
then
get
went to
out
the
and come
FBI,
back
the
in.
CIA, and the NWA, and then everything went to hell.
I see what you did there. Well, until Stacy comes back, if anyone would like a horoscope, go ahead and put your birthday and month in the chat. Please leave out the year. We have time to do one more horoscope, maybe two, and maybe one or two more readings. So
Yeah,
I will put
do it.
that back in the chat.
Cool. Yeah, and just across the board, I mean, this is the last quarter of 2024, which, by the way, me and Stacy did a last quarter reading on Stacy the Black Feather. You guys can go see that as well. Um, and, oh, there she is. Welcome back.
Thank you. I have no idea what you've been saying for the last 5 minutes, so I'm
I
just
was just
told.
I just mentioned our last quarterly reading of 2024 that we did.
Oh, yes, it's actually coming up. I'm releasing it, I think, in like 2 days or something. So,
Awesome.
yeah, it's on my YouTube channel, The Black Feather Intuitive.
Yeah, I was just saying I would love to go back and look at some of the predictions we've made and see how many of them, because a lot of people say that they do really everything we say, it works out. It's crazy. I mean, I still have to pinch myself all the time.
Maybe that's a show idea. Maybe we should do
Oh
kind of a
my God, it's George Clooney.
yeah. I was worried about. I don't know if I actually said that or not, but I'm like, wouldn't that be ironic if like I'm talking and everybody can see us?
Yeah, all I saw was you like this.
You got the mug shot.
Yeah. Hey guys, you want to hear your horoscope? Oh, she's a Cancer. That means you're a water sign too. So you might feel those emotional ups and downs I was talking about with Pisces. But for
Oh,
you,
and then look what happens. Yep.
uh-oh, did we
No,
lose?
you're good. Keep going.
Oh, so yeah, Cancers have a little bit different. They're going to be having some uh, inspiration that requires motivation, and so you might have some issues finding that motivation. So whatever you need to do in order to get motivated to pull off these things that you're feeling, you're going to feel those emotional ups and downs, but it's going to be cut by all of the inspiration that you get to do certain things, whether it's writing a book, riding a bike, whatever it is, you're going to get some inspiration, but the motivation is going to be the challenge, not the inspiration. So keep that in mind. When it comes to love life for Cancers, this month is, again, for the water signs, this might be a little bit of an issue because you're having these emotions that may be misread by other people. So if you are a Cancer, uh, and we're back. And
It's been one of those.
with tech issues so professionally, we just keep on going because what are we supposed to do? Stop and die? We can't. So, yeah, I hope that that gives you some guidance, Jen. Sarah, 617. Oh, Gemini. Okay, we have a Gemini. Like Keone, our producer here, Gemini's right now, you're leading up to a very good time. Right now is a great time. November is going to be a really great time, and December is going to be off the charts for the Geminis. Now, that depends on your rising sign. If your rising sign is a water sign, you might not have it as great as a Gemini who, let's say, has a fire or an earth sign as a rising. But um, Sorry, all the connection has started to be wonky. Yeah, we're having issues, and it's probably astrologically induced. It's probably some type of a Mercury retrograde, or Uranus is shadowing my Pluto. I don't know, but something's going on, and we did get to read most people, though. That's great. Don't forget to go to Stacy the Black Feather Intuitive and find out about our quarterly readings that we do together. It's for everybody for the quarter. And make sure that you tune in every month. I do all of the signs at the beginning of the month or middle. And then at the end of the month, we do these live shows, me and Stacy the Black Feather Intuitive. I will hopefully, I don't know if I even have a producer anymore. I think it's just me. It's like I'm like those space people stuck in space right now. Are you there, Keone?
I'm here. You're you're still going on the thing. It's just Eve Muck. So we're gonna wrap up because I don't think the
Are you there?
like I'm looking. Yeah, I'm here. I'm looking at it on Facebook. You're just talking away, but we're frozen. For everybody who doesn't know behind the scenes, we're using a software when we do these shows that connect to YouTube and Facebook, and so you're playing on Facebook, but you're gone in the software.
See,
So
that's why I just kept going. So,
we're
but
gonna we're gonna we're gonna we're gonna. I think that's the universe telling us to wrap up.
I agree. I was going to say that, and I was going to say for myself and Stacy the Black Feather Intuitive,
Hold on.
tune in every month. Make sure you like us and subscribe, and keep looking up. Thanks for watching.
And those of you who just came in and missed us, it's the last Wednesday of every month, 6 p.m. Stacy's on with Dwayne. Thank you. Oh, there's Stacy. Stacy, it's been it's been something.
It has definitely been something today. It is
We're going to wrap it up, but you need to sleep anyway. So get some rest. I hope you feel better, and we'll see you next month. Tell your friends. Keep looking up.